stay tuned, because Stairway to Stardom is next with Frank Massey.
On the stairway to stardom, you see tomorrow starts today. On the stairway to stardom, we're here to brighten up your day. We've got singers and dancers and actors performing for you. But there's more, so much more, and it's all right here for you. On the stairway to stardom, we'll entertain with sound and in style. On the stairway to stardom, we've got the other shows beat by a mile. On the stairway to stardom, on the stairway to stardom, on the stairway to stardom, on the stairway to stardom. On the stairway to stardom.
All right. Enough of that. Yeah, link should be. Let me pin the link real quick. See, I have to look up my own show. It's so confusing. Okay, that's pinned. All right. Yeah, anybody wants to come up and watch this with me, you guys are more than welcome to come up here, because, yeah. Fun times. Getting to watch an update on an assassination. Fun times. Yes, all the fun. That would be fun. Like,
so I'm on the phone with you.
I need you to get an extension cord to this line.
What's that?
All right, they're just talking about getting it ready. Right. Hey, man. Welcome, madam.
Hi.
I'm just going to turn this down a little bit because they're just getting ready for this.
I go.
Oh, hold on. Might be me.
Hold on a second. I got to tell him first.
It is me.
Dude, what are we going to do?
That.
There's no way the extension cord is going to reach us.
Okay, this time it's a 2 minute.
Yeah.
Better?
People saying this is,
Yes.
yeah, it was my fault there, Tink.
Okay.
Some reason, whenever I can go on somebody else's panel and it will revert, it just changes it back. I don't know. But yeah, people celebrating this are damaged people.
Our governor is celebrating this.
Really?
We have Governor Pritzker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I live in Illinois.
Yeah. That guy's wanting to go to war with Trump.
Yeah, you know, like Trump.
Okay, they're coming down the hallway right now, so they're probably
Yeah.
about 30 seconds.
We have Governor Pritzker. Yeah.
Well, let's see. Oh, wait. Give them a little bit of time to come down. It's a long hallway.
I'm curious to hear if they catch it. I haven't looked at X in a while.
Go now.
I was on the phone with somebody and I looked up at my TV and I seen that and I was floored. I was like,
Sorry about that.
what the fuck? What is going on here?
Oh, okay. Got cash there. All right.
Oh shit.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for being here today. My name is Hillary Kellner. I am the Communications Director for the Utah Department of Public Safety. This evening, we have FBI Director Patel, FBI Deputy Director Dan Bongino, Special Agent in Charge Robert Bowles, Governor Spencer Cox, Lieutenant Governor Deidre Henderson, and Commissioner Anderson, as well as Commissioner Bo Mason, as well as some local partners here present with us today. Governor will kick it off.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here tonight. We appreciate the media and the partnership we have with you in helping us to get information out to the public so that we can catch this assassin and hold him accountable. We are going to share a portion of a video and that we have of the suspect, as well as some new stills. Those have already been released, but we want to make sure that they get as much attention as possible so that we can get help from the public in tracking down this evil human being. So we're going to cue up the video right now. Show that. I've asked Commissioner Bo Mason if he would narrate to you what is happening in this video.
Thank you, Governor. Bo Mason, Commissioner for the Utah Department of Public Safety. If you look up to the top left, you'll see the building where the shooter was proned out in the top left corner. We'll go ahead and play that video and I'll narrate as we walk through that.
4 reasons why Green Chef makes eating clean easy for me. 1. My meals support my evolving.
Upper building, he's going to come out on the right, move to this far right corner. As he does, he's going to climb off the edge and then drop down to the ground. As he did that, he left some palm impressions. There's some smudges, some places we're looking to collect DNA. There's a shoe imprint where we believe the suspect is clearly identified as wearing Converse tennis shoes. Again, we'll replay that again so you can get another view of that. It's important to note his black t-shirt, his black pants, and there appears to be some white on the soles of those Converse tennis shoes. Those are all identifiable items that we're looking for. In the stills that are going to follow this, you're going to see a very distinctive t-shirt with an American flag and appears to have an eagle on it. There's also a baseball cap with a triangle on it and a pair of sunglasses. All distinctive, all things that we would ask the public to look for and try to identify if they know someone who has those items, who has been seen wearing those items. We're looking for all that information. Here you see the suspect after dropping off the building. He moved around across this grass area, around the parking lot. We're going to pan to the right. After he crosses the street, this is where he moves over into the wooded area. This is the video evidence that we utilize to track his movements and to locate that firearm in that wooded area following the discovery of this evidence. Good. You want to go to the stills? So here's the still photographs. I mentioned these have been enhanced. So these are slightly different than what we introduced earlier. Please pay close attention to the t-shirt. Like I said, very distinctive with that American flag and that eagle. The hat with the triangle and the sunglasses. You'll go to the next picture, please. The backpack as well. All identifying features that we're hoping the public can help us identify and lead us to this suspect. Next picture. And again, there's a better picture of the hat with that triangle logo, and again, the t-shirt. Blue jeans, and you get a good look at those Converse tennis shoes as well. We have pushed these out. We'll continue to push these out, and we just ask for the public's cooperation through the public. The tips that have been coming in are what are giving us our next leads and enabling us to continue to further this investigation. We've had great cooperation from the public, and we're continuing to ask for that as we move forward. Thank you, and I'll turn the time back over to Governor Cox.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Mason. I want to thank Director Patel and his team. It's great to have them on the ground with us tonight. We've had several briefings, and he's had an opportunity to walk the crime scene. We appreciate our local law enforcement here. Again, we have Mike Smith, who is the county sheriff here. We have all of our local chiefs of police that are here as well, all working hand in hand with the state and with the FBI as we move forward with this investigation. Now, just give you a little warning, we will not be taking any questions at this time. We're giving you the latest information we have, being as transparent with everything that we have. But I do want to share a couple things that I think are important. We cannot do our job without the public's help right now. The public has answered our call for action. So far, we've received more than 7,000 leads and tips. I would just note that the FBI hasn't received this many digital media tips from the public since the Boston Marathon bombing. This case also highlights the dedication of our law enforcement community. We have 20 federal, state, and local law enforcement partners that are working shoulder to shoulder to find the person who committed this horrific crime. With their support, we've completed nearly 200 interviews. As you're aware, as has already been reported, the FBI is offering a $100,000 reward for information leading to the identification and arrest of the person responsible for the murder of Charlie Kirk. We also continue to implore the public to support this investigation and come forward with any information. We are truly hopeful that this video and new photos will lead to even more tips. We are processing. We have an incredible team, a state and federal team working together to process those tips. We are going out in tandem to interview any potential person of interest or suspects. But we need, again, we need as much help as we can possibly get. Any videos or photos that you might have, the public, should be submitted to our digital media tip line, which is www.fbi.gov/Utah Valley shooting, all lowercase. Again, that is fbi.gov/Utah Valley shooting, all lowercase. You can also provide general tips about the shooting by calling 1-800-CALL-FBI. That's 1-800-CALL-FBI, or at tips.fbi.gov. This is, I would just say, this is not just a local matter here in Utah. We have people all over the country that are helping to bring this perpetrator to justice for Charlie Kirk and his family. I will just add as well that, as was mentioned, there is a lot of forensic evidence that is being processed right now at both the state lab and the federal labs, federal lab on the East Coast. So we are working in tandem together. I would also just add a word of note for those people who are spending so much time on social media. I think Charlie said it best, that when things get bad, we should put our phones down and spend a little time with our families. There is a tremendous amount of disinformation. We are tracking our team, the state team, and I'm sure the federal team as well. What we're seeing is our adversaries want violence. China, we have bots from Russia, China, all over the world that are trying to instill disinformation and encourage violence. I would encourage you to ignore those, to turn off those streams, and spend a little more time with our families. We desperately need some healing. We'll have more to say about that in the days and weeks to come. More than anything, we are going to catch this person. Last thing I will just say is we've been working with our attorneys, getting everything that we need, affidavits ready, so that we can pursue the death penalty in this case, and that will happen here in the state of Utah. Again, to the public, to those who are grieving, thank you for your prayers. I know we are feeling those prayers. I know the Kirk family is feeling those prayers as well. We pray that God will bless our nation at this very dark time. We can start healing by finding this perpetrator and holding him accountable, and we need your help to do that. Thank you.
What's the misinformation? Wait. What's the misinformation?
Uh-oh.
That's why I'm saying.
It's,
We don't care about that.
That at first, well, they said at first that they had had somebody in custody and they didn't. Remember that? They said they had somebody in custody and they didn't.
I'm not much of a sleuth, but this is what? Why did they why is everything misinformation? Where's my headphones not coming through all of a sudden? What you think? What you thinking, Moose Man? Hold on a second. Let me check my microphone. Something's all of a sudden not sounding right. Check, check. All right, yeah. What? Yeah. They should have taken questions there, because there's a lot of questions like, is the guy that people on X, is that who it is? Is that who they're saying that it is? Or is that the misinformation? Because I'm not going to see that right there. The rifle 30-06 Mauser is too long to fit in a backpack. See, I don't know that. I'm not a gun guy. So I don't
He
know.
had it down his pants. That's why he was walking down the street weird. He was wearing it it was down his pants.
Yeah, I knew that. I'm just saying, like, some of this doesn't make sense. Well, that
Yeah, they found that.
That put a lot
Yes.
more questions out into the world, other than anything like the. I get that they were probably just wanting to show the video to catch the guy, but why not take questions? And what the hell are they talking about? The Russian?
No, he walked down the street with it down his pants. He didn't run with it the first time. He walked with it. And then when he went to leave, he had it and he dropped it in the woods and then he ran. He didn't have it when he took off. He picked that shit up and he took off with it.
Let me just a second.
They're showing him climbing off that fucking roof. What the fuck?
I'm gonna see what this gentleman's saying real quick. This guy's audience.
It was Utah DPS and FBI. So now this one, and like the country's watching this. All the major news channels were covering it, and just nothing.
Yeah, thank you,
So
Steve.
I don't understand.
I don't know.
Why we didn't hear from the FBI and Utah DPS.
It's a lot more questions now.
All right, so can we what I would like is to have they posted the video.
That's what I'm actually looking for myself.
Because I would like to be able to show you that video again.
I'm going to look for it on. First thing I'm going to do is I actually have premium on my second channel. So let me do this where we can get out of the commercials. Fuck it. I guess I can't. What the hell?
I don't know.
Yeah. Like, this just isn't making much sense. And that just...
No, it's really not.
I thought that was going to be like, hey, we're looking for this dude, or, we're looking for this person. Now we'll take some questions. And the question would have been like, is it blah, blah, blah? No, it's not blah, blah, blah. Or we can't tell you that it's blah, blah, blah. What the fuck? Well, that just put a lot of
questions in my head.
that just doesn't make any sense. Let's see if I can find it on, see if Forbes has got it yet. And I'm fixing to try to I'm going to dip out of this one StreamYard and dip into another one, so I may disappear for a second. No, do not take my microphone. Do not take that. Right. That is the completely wrong one. That's the completely wrong one too. Oh, okay. I see what's going on here with that. Yeah, I just have a lot more questions. Why didn't you take the, like, are the I am feeling 99% Zach. I am live right now if you want to pop in. Yeah. Mooseman, how is your connection, Mooseman? Can you come up or can you not come up? Because you know more about this than I do. I am an idiot. Idiot.
Yeah, me too. That's why I'm like, I don't know.
Like, I defer to the people that are making the decisions, but the people that are making the decisions just told me that to put my phone down and not look at anything. And that makes me want to look at my phone a lot more. Wow, I thought there was going to be like some new evidence that came out. Talk about that for a couple of minutes, and then watch some funny videos or a music video or any kind of video. But now I'm sitting here going, what? What? What?
Yeah.
So your issue is with the video. Let me see if I can find that video. I know I can probably find it on Twitter. Like I've gotten more information about this from Twitter than I did from that. Let's see. Association suspect. Let's see if that works. It's 9 hours ago, 12 hours ago. These are all old video. These are all from. You can't post links here. Hold on. Let me fix that. Are you in the? Are you on the call? Yeah, I think you're on the Caldy Show side. Give me a second. Let me fix that. What's the problem I have with multi-streaming? Give me 1 second, Mooseman, and you will be able to. Just have to get there. Hey, Zach.
Hi, Zach.
Let's see. All right, you can now drop links. Yeah, I've been very bad about keeping up with this channel here. Yeah, you can now drop links, or you can come up. Yeah, if you can get up here, that'd be awesome. What's going on, Zach? I got a shot in my butt.
Oh no.
Oh, it cleared up. I didn't have a voice or anything like that. It was allergies and sinus, but man, a shot in the butt, and that stuff cleared up quick.
Oh.
Real quick. It was better in like an hour and a half. Went to work today. I have terrible allergies and terrible sinuses. I've had to have my upper sinuses completely removed.
Oh.
Like when I get sick, I don't know. My snot isn't like normal snot. It's like concrete snot. You have to go in and drill it out.
That don't help either.
Doesn't help at all.
No, it don't. But that don't matter.
No.
Because you know what? I can't sit there and preach to no one because I do the same shit.
See, I use this during the day, and then it's only I only smoke when I'm drinking, and I only drink when I'm streaming. So it's just I like it. I like a good cigarette. It tastes so good sometimes. Yeah, Annie, I don't know if you were here the other night. Let me show the picture real quick. This is me after I got my upper, like literally my upper sinuses up here removed. That was me. That was me. Not a fun time. Not a fun time.
I'm way better today. I ate some toast and a banana this morning and it helped soak the rest of my stomach crap up.
Right on.
Sorry.
Mine was a good old fashioned dexahedrazine shot, and boom, good to go. I still can't find this video. Let me look on X for this video. Damn, they're dragging Stephen King. They're dragging Stephen King. You dumb son of a bitch. All right, Charlie Kirk. Everybody's tracking very closely. Tracking very closely. Where is the video? Would I type in shooter? Jesus Christ, man. People are reporting the hell out of each other, too. Holy shit. Apparently, the bullets that had transgender stuff on them, CNN's calling them cultural writings. I cannot find this video the FBI just released. All right, FBI, Salt Lake City. All right, let's try you.
Oh my God! Why?
Deal. Why don't you release the fucking video?
And then this bitch went live. Look here, man. Carter ain't got time for your bullshit, man. Look here, man. You know I'm out here in goddamn Los Angeles and fucking shit. You gonna go live, man? What the fuck, dude? What the fuck?
I literally just told you on your channel that I was going live. Look at that. Look at that.
You ain't telling me shit. Look at that. Look at this beautiful luxury out here in raggedy ass West Memphis, Arkansas. Fuck you.
I literally told you on your channel. Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
you did.
Over.
You did.
Only people that show up is Hannibal. Moose Man.
Hey, gang.
What is up, sir?
I know damn well that ain't Moose
That's me.
This raggedy motherfucker ain't never come live. You ain't never come live on my channel. Fuck you.
It's hard to get.
You ain't never asked.
Damn.
Bitch, I was just
I didn't
live.
figure you want. I didn't think you wanted some old cracker on your stage.
Look, I love crackers, all right? I love them with tuna. Shit, because I love the smell of fish. All right? Fuck you.
I don't always have enough bandwidth to come up. It depends on the satellite and stuff, but if I drop out, that's the reason why. We're waiting on getting good internet here in Oklahoma, and they're putting in fiber optic cables, and they cut our telephone lines. Lovely.
All right. I'll take your fucking excuses and lies tonight. All right? Fine.
All right.
Fuck it.
I don't make guest appearances often.
That's true. And since you're here, tell us
subject you to the noise that
you're talking to. Tell us what you were talking about in chat, because like I'm a gun idiot. I only know like a 19 pistol and a shotgun. So tell us what I missed.
Okay. I'm a master gunsmith, former Air Force and former law enforcement, and retired now, but I still do my gunsmithing work. And the reports I've read from law enforcement is they found a rifle in the woods that was a 30-06 Mauser. And the cartridge cases, there was one spent in the chamber still, and 3 more in the magazine that had anti-fascism and pro-transgenderism writings on. I've looked at the video they released of that guy jumping off the top of the building. He didn't have a rifle in his hand. There's no way that rifle would fit in that backpack, even if you could take the stock off quickly, which on a Mauser rifle you cannot. So, and they found the rifle intact in the woods, which leads me to believe something is not right. We're not being told something, because if he ran away from the scene, he should have been seen with that rifle in his hand running. There's no way he could put it down his pants. And if you make me full screen, if you look right over here where under my flag it says "We the People," there is a Mauser 30-06 right there.
All right, it's kind of fuzzy.
And if you'll notice, though, that gun is over 3 feet long. Heavy wood stock, even if you put them in a fiber stock, they're still a large weapon. A Model 70 Winchester hunting rifle is about the same. It's the same type of action. So there's no way that he had that down his pants running with it. You'd be goose stepping. And if you look at the photos of the guy that they're showing, he's got on real skinny, tight pants. He kind of looks like David Hogg. He resembles David Hogg. He's skinny, got that kind of narrow facial features from what I've seen. I've seen the AI regenerated pictures. So I just don't understand. I mean, it's not making sense to me yet as to why they think that's the shooter when he wasn't seen with the rifle going up or coming down. Now, a more plausible story would have been if he'd taken the rifle up on the roof and then left it up there, gone up, did the shooting, and then left and come down without it. That would have been a more plausible story. But for him to come up in the scene, the rifle to be found in the woods, no, doesn't add up to me. Sorry.
All right, I got a video here from TMZ. Wait, this is going to be terrible video, but supposedly this is the guy. Actually, let me show this here. Newly uncovered security figure shows the figure responsible walking to the scene before sprinting away afterward. So let's see what this is. But this has got him walking goose leg. But that how you would walk with a rifle?
Looks like he's limping from where he jumped off that building and fell. A story. But he's still bending his knee. See, he's still bending his knee. He sprained his ankle, maybe. But there's no way that backpack carries a gun unless it's a
they're saying they're saying that was before the shooting, and this is after the shooting. So they're saying he was walking, limping before the shooting. Look out, because you can't tell anything in this.
I'll stand her down.
What the hell is this supposed to be?
Oh, let me go back outside.
Buddy, I think if he'd thrown it from the roof, we'd have seen him throw it from the roof.
I don't know what I just saw. To be honest, that was
what?
Yeah,
that one looks. Watch the video. Find the video of him jumping off the roof at the after the shooting, supposedly.
Yeah.
Find that video where he runs across the roof and he climbs down and he jumps and he falls. Almost a story. Yeah.
There's that going on too. The roof theory.
Yeah. I think that's the video right there. That'll zoom in and show that.
All right, let's take a look. Yeah, this is the one.
So here you see the suspect ran behind that upper building. He's going to come out on the right, moves to this far right corner. As he does, he's going to climb off the edge and then drop down to the ground. As he did that, he left some palm impressions There's some smudges, some places we're looking to collect DNA.
Yeah, you're right. He ain't got a rifle there.
I don't see a rifle. I see a backpack, but no rifle.
And then
So they're either lying to us about what type of rifle it is.
Impressions. There's some smudges, some places we're looking to collect DNA. There's a shoe imprint where we believe the suspect.
He would have hurt himself jumping like
Yeah, that drop would have hurt. Yeah.
Clearly identified as wearing Converse tennis shoes.
All right.
Some smudges, some places we're looking to collect. He left. And then as he does, we'll go ahead and play that video as we walk through that. So
now there's other people to the right side over there walking around, and he runs to the right in this video, goes out to the street and crosses the street while there's other cars. And this had to happen just after the shooting, and nobody's kind of paying attention to him if he's acting strange or whatever.
They have an eagle on it. There's also a baseball cap with a triangle on it and a pair of sunglasses. All distinctive, all things that we would ask the public to look for and try to identify if they know someone who has those items, who has been seen wearing those items. We're looking for all that information. Here you see the suspect after dropping off the building. He moved around across this grassy area, around the parking lot.
There goes the car.
He's walking normal.
Kind of running over there.
Yeah, but he's walking normal.
Yeah. Kind of jogging a little quickly.
Where he moves over into the wooded area. This is the video evidence that we utilize to track his movement.
I'm confused. Oh, sorry, Tink Tink.
I said, where's the rifle? He said, where's the rifle?
The last thing I heard is he abandoned it. He dropped it in the woods and left it. Somewhere in some wooded area. He left it.
But he didn't have it when he jumped off the roof and ran across. There was no rifle.
Yeah, he left.
But he jumped off the roof where he did the shooting, so how did the rifle get into the woods?
They threw it off the roof. Threw it off the roof.
He couldn't throw it 1.5 miles away to the woods.
No, he threw it down on the ground, got off the roof, grabbed it, and went off with it.
Well, didn't you just watch the video? He did not have a rifle. He had that backpack. And that backpack was only the length of his back, which is like, what, 18 to 20 inches. And that rifle would have been sticking way the hell out like a flagpole.
Unless it's a breakdown.
Well, if it's a Mauser, there hardly is any breakdown. It's still going to be, the action's still going to be, let's see, the barrels are 24 to 26 inches, and add another 8 to 10 inches to that. So you're talking.
Unless you built it yourself.
Huh?
What do you know about guns, Mooseman? Unless you built it yourself.
I'm a master. I'm a master gunsmith and machinist, and I've been collecting guns for over 50 years.
You're not a good one. You know you can break them down into sections, right?
Well, not easily doing a Mauser like that. That's what I'm saying. The action is longer still than the backpack. It can stick out like a flagpole. Like I said, there's a Mauser sitting back behind me. The barrel's 24 to 26 inches long and another 10 inches on the action. And then you have the stock that's a full wood stock, or even a partial wood stock is going to be another 2 feet long. So I've got
now, like with all of that, if let's just say that this son of a bitch was that much of a professional marksman who, you know, had the knowledge of knowing about breakdown guns, and to have them come into segments to where you can put it together. Why would somebody, let's just say if he was, why would somebody of that experience be so bonked out of their mind to want to do this?
That's what I'm saying. That's
Over
not gonna
words.
happen.
Over words.
That's not going to happen with your normal lefty libtard like he was, little skinny dude like that. For one thing, he's young. For another thing,
Seems calculated.
even if it was a customized, specialized rifle, why was it found intact with bullets still in it, laying in the woods, and it wasn't broken down or into a special case like they use in the Hollywood movies? It was a whole long rifle.
You do make a good point there. Why would he leave it to left to be found? That is a good point. That really doesn't make any sense. We're going to have nothing but questions about this shit for the next, at least, 2 weeks? This is infuriating. I gotta mute for a second. Let me mute till I get back to the room. It's gonna get loud.
All right.
Let me get a measurement here. I got a ruler right here. Let me walk over here for my sample I've got.
Let me make you full screen while you're doing this. You can show this.
The rifle will end up 43 inches. The action alone is just the barrel. 31 and a half inches. And then the length of the stock on this one is short, at least 30 inches. It's a full military mount. Usually when they fertilize them, they'll cut the stock off up here. Shorten the stock in front, but they leave the back. So much stock. So that's what I'm saying. That's 40-some inches long. For me, that's from the ground up past my belt. And
So what?
He's not carrying a gun bag, which a gun bag on his back even would be that long and sticking up to above his head. So his little backpack he's got is only, what would that be? And what I'm seeing from his backpack, the way the short, maybe 2 feet long. So the gun is almost twice as long as his backpack is.
So you worried about the barrel length?
Well, yeah, you can't break the barrel down unless, well, even if you took the barrel off, even if you would have to have that would be a specialized rifle, and the price on a rifle like that would be in the thousands of dollars to have a quick disconnect barrel and break completely down and to be scoped and all that. I don't think you carry like a $5,000 to $8,000 rifle just stowed in a backpack, and I don't think that kid's the kind of person that would be able to afford something like that. Not saying it couldn't be, but they didn't say they found a breakdown rifle. They said they found a Mauser 30-06.
Fair enough.
So,
look here. This is the only goddamn elevators we got, man. Shit.
I'm surprised it wasn't an AR-15. They think that's the baddest rifle in the world, and it's a pea shooter.
All right. Well, here's my question then. Like, what type of gun do you think it was?
I think he was hit with a high caliber weapon. They hit him in
hitting
the.
on
He had a
600
bulletproof
already.
vest on, and the
Where you going?
bulletproof vest ricocheted the
17?
bullet up to his neck. From what I've heard, he was actually hit and
That's
knocked him
what.
back,
God,
and the
I
bullet
ran
hit the
right
bullet.
over. My bad.
Yeah, that's what I saw him too. Like he did that, and then I heard that the bullet hit a bulletproof vest and went up here. And then,
Right.
That was a
As it
fragmentation.
hit him and knocked him back, it went up and caught him in the neck. So, and 200 yards, 200 yards is what we call point blank range, which is from 0 to 300 yards, your bullet will rise 3 inches and fall 3 inches for a total of 6 inches. So, on 300 yards, so 200 yard shot is not a hard shot to make. Like I said, we're at the mercy of the videos and the stuff they tell us and the crap they show us.
yeah.
But when you've got all these high definition security cameras, I mean, and then what got me is they were able to zoom in on him with that security camera after it had already filmed the footage. My security cameras won't do that. You can't zoom in after it's been filmed. Now, if you're sitting there working a camera and you could zoom in a camera and then record it.
Yeah.
That's what got me. I need to know I would like to know what kind of security cameras they got that can zoom in after the fact of it being recorded. So
I'm just thrown off by what they were saying. Like, hey, don't go on social media. Don't go looking at those videos because that's Russian information. Like, what? We've been hearing this shit for a long time. Like, I immediately go, no, I don't believe it. No, I don't believe it at all.
I'm just not convinced, to be honest. I'm not convinced.
Yeah, I don't know what to think on this. Let's see what.
I mean, what do you?
When I looked at that video, another thing, when I looked at that video from where that camera was taken, of course, they haven't given me they didn't show a shot from behind where Charlie's tent was set up to that building, but it looked an awful lot like more than 200 yards.
Well, allegedly it was like 520.
I haven't heard that. I only heard 200 yards is what they were saying.
Last thing I heard was about 520. It was oh god, what was the name of that building? It was somewhere all the way across. Not all the way across, but a building across from that little setting where they were at. It was back. And the fucker was up top. That's the last thing I've. Two different sources. I'm not confirming them at all, but that's the last thing I heard from two sources. It was about 520 yards. I cannot confirm.
But we know how gravity works on a bullet, and
yeah,
that bullet is in a our trajectory, and at 500 yards, that bullet is dropping because it's losing velocity, and it's dropping faster than it would be at 200 or 300 yards. When you start hitting the 500
Now,
yard mark, you get up there towards the end of the range, but
now,
you're talking a couple feet drop at 500 yards. You're talking about 20 to 24 inches of drop with the
now,
30-65.
right there, what you just said, when you're talking about drop, of 520, that fucker may have been going for a head and doesn't know how to shoot, and estimated with that yardage, yeah, miscalculate, and it in the video you can see he grabs his abdomen. He grabs that. That's enough, brother. That's about enough I could see for that drop. From an
Hey,
idiot that doesn't.
I'll be right back. I'm looking for this video where it does a breakdown of shooting. I'll be back in just a second.
But looking at that, he got hit down there. That's the first place he went to. And yeah, I can see fragmentation getting up there to the neck.
A 30 caliber bullet, 150 grain, running about standard 30-06 velocity, which would be about 2,900, 2,950 feet per second. If it was zeroed at 400 yards, at 500 yards, it will drop 31.4 inches.
We don't have a skilled marksman here. He just wasn't.
Well,
this is some amateur that shoots.
Yeah. You want to see my shooting trophies and what it took me to get
I don't care, but I don't care about your shooting trophy. We're talking about this nut job that did what he did.
Kid, there's no way that kid would have the experience to me to make a shot that long without somebody teaching
we are agreeing with each other. Why are you arguing?
I'm not. I'm
feeling like it's a paid actor, like they missed last year and now they're trying to scare us, like to shut us up.
You know, Zach, this really boils off of like you did say the proper right thing that's going on right now, trying to scare us, and the whole thing of when they took their shot at Trump, we got this now. They got somebody, and my guy Bering in Australia, him and his wife have already made videos about it, about the reaction from the left, the TikTok non-censors. And oh dear God, I covered that tonight. And it's absolutely ridiculous. Now, that's leading up to what I'm saying there is leading up to the whole, that's what I was waiting on. How long is it going to take before the TikTokers and the Instagrammers, whatever, start to respond and put out their bullshit? Instantly. And they sure as hell delivered. These are these nut job motherfuckers that would not have that same train of thought, same frame of mind if it was happening to them. They'd be screaming the same things they're screaming right now. We need gun control. We need fucking full gun reform. Now, the gun control is not going to fix this. Criminals don't care
Gun
about
didn't do it by
that. The
itself.
gun.
The gun didn't do it by itself. Gun's just a tool.
Yeah, I got guns that are sitting and doing nothing. They're just like,
If you only knew, but if you only
they're not doing anything. Guns aren't the problem, but this is what the Democrats are going. When I was on with Battlefield, we, as they were, him and some other panelists were going through things. I'm looking for it, and I found it. It was trying to find the media catching somebody on the Democrat Party and when they would say the dumb thing. And it happened to be AOC at 11:03 a.m. The media caught up with her and was asking her about this. What do you think? A bunch of microphones in her face like they were dicks, like she's used to. But it only took her 1 minute and about 2 seconds, I think, for her to say gun control. It was like, shut the fuck up, bitch. We have beautiful gun laws in this country. They're awesome. Criminals don't care about gun laws. They just don't.
All right, I've got a video. It's got some information. I saw it last night. Let me show it to you guys. See what you guys think about it. Let me try to skip through some of this because we've seen horrible stuff. So
disasters and other failures like that here. But again, this is another one of those things that involves forensics. And last year I did a number of videos on the Trump assassination attempt. So I want to take a look at some of the scenarios that happened here today and see what information we can glean out of this and try to determine where the shooter was located. And so the university is right here. So I'm going to zoom into the exact spot where, and it happened right here in this plaza. So this is the UVU courtyard. And everything was going on right in here. In fact, there was like thousands of people everywhere. There was people all over these staircases, all over the lawns here. And Charlie's tent was right here. And so what we're going to do today is just focus on this general area right in here. Now, this video clip that I'm about to show you was captured by two witnesses who probably a few minutes before the shooting, we don't know exactly when, but it shows what we think might be the shooter.
Get right up.
Yeah. You think he'd already be in place?
You would think that. So there's somebody on the roof right there? Just saying. He just ran from over, where's my finger? Whoa. From over there, ran in. And now he's right there. Just saying.
Okay, so if you look at the campus here, and I'm going to set our street view right here. So I think they were here on Campus Drive, and I believe the guys were probably in this parking lot or walking along this sidewalk going this way.
in fact, let me do this real quick. Let me
Now, if you zoom in here, there's the green box that shows up in their video. And I believe they were looking down this sidewalk past the Sparks Automotive building here and over to the Losey building, which I believe the guy was right here that they saw prone, lying down right over here. So if you come back over here to the bird's eye view, here is where I think that they were walking down this way, down this sidewalk, and they were probably right around here, because there's your green maintenance box, or that might even be an air conditioner. We don't know. They were pointing this way. There's your Sparks Automotive building, the sign that you saw in the beginning of it. And then here is your Losey Center. And so I believe they were showing the person prone out right here on this spot on the third level. And then let me back it out a little here for you. So this is where they were showing the person who was either here or here. It was on one of these two levels. And then Charlie's tent was set up right here. So all the crowd was pretty much gathered in this area. And then there was people up on the top, around all these different areas here, overlooking it. Now, it's interesting that some of the views that I saw from potentially over here, people turned their heads to the right when they heard the shots. So that pretty much lends it to being from right here. Okay, so Charlie was sitting in his tent right here, marked by this yellow box, and it was facing this way, and he was pretty much situated almost in line with this sidewalk, I would say, right here like this. And so the shooter, from what we can tell from the videos, if it is the shooter, would have been sitting right up here in this corner part of the roof and easily had a line of sight right down to Charlie's neck. And certainly when we saw the video of the shooting there, as you can see, people who were standing back in here in this area, they looked to the right. You're in this area where shots are going to be reverberating all over the place. And it may be hard for people to tell where it came from, but most people seem to turn their heads to the right this way. Okay, now let me show you the video that probably shows the shooter after the fact. And here you can see the shot has just taken place and the audience is ducking for cover and they're getting ready to flee. And so this was taken from just behind Charlie's tent. His tent is right here. So this is upstairs on the second floor in the building right behind him and above his head. But let me take you back to the beginning of it, because maybe you...
Right. I think we've all seen this, right? Where the guy's on the roof. Comments? Anybody got comments yet?
Yeah.
All right. This is, yeah.
Right over here in the background. That's that building.
Imagine being able to build anything.
Imagine this, guys. Imagine being given premium on your second channel and you're so dumb that you log in with your first channel that doesn't have premium and you have to have ads this night.
Just by thinking about it.
Imagine that. Imagine that.
Meet Base 44.
And seeing as it's Google. Google, you can't just log into your fucking account because it's Google Chrome.
Do you remember the video?
Yeah. So, yeah.
Imagine YouTube when it used to be YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Video was shot from in here, right above Charlie's head. Charlie was right here.
Beautiful campus, I have to say. Yeah, that was a beautiful design down there, too. Beautiful.
And then this is the building right here. See the Lozi Center. So the person was right here, and it looks like he might have been running around over here where we lose sight of him. Okay, so right here in this frame from the video taken on the second floor right above Charlie's head, there's what's most likely the shooter right there. And you're going to watch him going this way, and he'll disappear behind this part of the roof. So watch as we pan over. He's moving now. He's getting closer and closer to that. And as we pan over, you're going to see him get closer and closer to the left. And he's going to hide right behind that thing there. So he's probably running to his access point, or however he got up on that roof. And then there's the crowd dispersing there. And here I slowed it down 5x for you and zoomed in so you can get a little bit clearer view of him running on the roof. And there's the best we can see from this view, but I'm sure there's got to be some security cameras that might have captured him.
Well, yes and no. They captured him, but apparently they have 120 pixel cameras operating. How in the fuck is everybody else caught in at least 720? At least 720.
Yeah.
And this guy's caught in like 15 pixels per second, or terrible, absolutely terrible. All right, this is getting to the part of it though, like where I wanted to show you guys, because this is like some of this stuff we've seen or people have seen together.
Now I want to,
but this is where he gets into the actual yardage, I guess, or whatever.
Show you this Life is Driving channel here on YouTube, and this is Adam Bartholomew, I believe that's how you pronounce him, and he had shot some video there. He was doing a live stream, and I'm going to show you some of what he's done here, where he's captured the building in the background, and you're going to catch a glimpse of the Losi building right there. See, this is at the LC. So I would think that the shooter was probably either here or up here. There is a way to get up to this level easily from this ladder. You could climb this ladder and then be right here, but it might be a little bit too visible from people who might be in these windows, so I can't really tell the architecture of whether they could see or not. But let's follow it around here a little bit as he moves. And you're going to see he's going to get a little bit better view of the building. He's walking around to go try to find protesters. And so he's backing away from the scene where the crowd is waiting for Charlie to come out. And so right here is where you get a much better view of what's going on. So if the shooter was going to be up here on this part of the roof, it looks like they can get access to it from way over here. This was his likely point of access, was coming up here and running across the roof, kind of like Thomas Crooks did before he shot President Trump. My money says the guy was on one of these two spots here. And I'll put a link to this video down below. Now watch here, because he was interviewing these guys when the shots rang out, and the building that the shooter would have been from is behind this building, down the sidewalk.
Sir, are they like restricting you guys up here or what?
Nah, it's too crowded.
It's just, there's just so much stuff.
Before we had a flag and we had it, so it's positioned above the tent, so it'd be in the camera and get us moved.
What's that? Holy!
See, so the building is back around over here off to the left.
There's been a shooting. There's been a shooting. We heard shots. We heard shots.
So the building is back here behind these trees.
My son is down there. He says that Charlie Kirk has been shot in the neck. We have multiple eyewitnesses saying that Charlie Kirk has been shot in the neck. That they saw blood spray.
So if I measure from where we think the shooter may have been laying prone, somewhere right around here, to where...
There you go. That's what the guy mapped out. 433 feet. Does that make sense to you gun guys? I'm asking out.
That makes it less than, I mean, that's 150 yards. Yeah. That ain't, yeah, that's under 150 yards. That's point blank. You can't miss it.
I can see the four.
Have they actually said for sure that he was wearing body armor?
Allegedly, it's proclaimed that he was.
I want to say he usually did. Like most of him, and like I know James O'Keefe always comes out wearing it, showing it proudly.
If you look at the initial impact, he went for his stomach first. If he was wearing, there's a possibility there was fragmentation that went to his neck. He didn't get directly shot in the neck. There was drop. It's disgusting, but it can happen to where the fragmentation can bounce up and catch you, and it was an unfortunate circumstance. It
bullets can fly.
Him wearing body armor. Looking at some of the earlier shots, it looked like he was just wearing a t-shirt. It didn't look like he maybe was wearing.
I'm not going to pull up the video, but I watched it a few times, and he does this first. Like he does it, and I think Moose Man saw that too, where he does this, like he grabs like that, and then
he could have had a ceramic plate. He could have had a ceramic trauma plate, and they're curved. And if that bullet hit the upper section of that ceramic plate, it would tend to go up and catch you in the neck or under the chin. My ballistic plate is like that.
Yeah.
All right, let me finish what this guy is saying here. This looks like a pretty good breakdown to the layman.
Hold on. Let's say one thing right quick.
Go ahead.
I don't know why Charlie, knowing he is a damn political target of these nut jobs, not in the sense of what happened yesterday, but just overall in the scale of a president. If you're gonna make this appearance on this campus, I know you understand. I understand that you are feeling bold. You're feeling great. Whatever. If you're gonna sit in here in the tent, at least have some kind of ballistic glass around the tent. I don't know why he didn't have that, but I guess he felt he didn't need that because, of course, you wouldn't expect something like this to happen. This is just a man who goes to war with words. But
yeah,
I don't know if I'm in your position and people hate my words and hate me and I'm getting notoriety of it. I'm a talk in a tent. I'm a target. Not not just think necessarily a target of gun violence, but I know people want to harm me. Yeah, I'll sit in this tent, yeah, but I'm gonna put some damn deterrence in front of me or around me. I'm not blaming him, but I just wish he did. I really just wish he did. Fuck. This could have been prevented, but the tolerant left.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Charlie's tent was located somewhere around here. This distance appears to be about 433 feet, which is about 144 yards. And if any of you saw my videos on the Trump assassination attempt in 2024, you remember that the Trump shooter was located almost, ironically, almost the same distance, about 133 yards. So here's a view of the courtyard where they were at. And of course, Charlie was down here in the tent over here, sort of facing along the line of this sidewalk. But here's the building, and this is where I think that the shooter may have been located. That would have been the easiest spot for him to be, where he can be somewhat secluded and not too many people notice him, except for the guys that might have seen him on the video there. And then he had a good clean line of sight all the way down to here. Now, right here is a zoom in on the Losi building. This is from a drone view, and as you can look up there on the upper right-hand corner of the roof, that is where the shooter was likely sitting at. And so this is the spot where I think he may have been here. So this gives you a better view of like where these ladders are and how he could have gotten up there. So here's the sign that says Losi Center right here. So they must have cameras somewhere, maybe inside, that may have captured the person. I mean, he had to have gotten up there somehow. And I don't know if any of these doors here lead up to the roof or not, but certainly he could have gotten up there from any of these other spots here. So that's what the police and the FBI need to look into to figure out how this.
Matthew, that is exactly what my brother told me. My brother was security police in the Air Force, and he told me, he said, me and him talked about it, or he talked to me, and I kind of typed to him the other stuff because I was like, yeah, he was like, I could have you make that shot. He goes, I could train you how to make that shot easily. I was like, oh. He's like, yeah. He's like, that's not a hard one. And like when I hear it from somebody that's actually trained on it like that, and that, you know, it's my brother, so I trust him on stuff like that. I'm like, oh, okay, well, he's not going to bullshit me about this. Just like, what the fuck?
Guy got up there.
But that layout is just like, oh, I go up here, or I can go up here, and then go over there, and then go over there. It's great for working on top on the building, and it's also great for you know, an assassin.
Yeah.
Looks very great.
Yep.
Like,
There's 33 million deer hunters that can make that shot pretty easy.
yeah.
But normally the rifle would be scoped. You would use a scope that you can dial in variable power and have it adjusted for whatever yardage you want to zero it at. And then if you're good and you can think in rainbow trajectory and bullet drop and stuff, you can compensate for it without adjusting the scope. But this seems like it was a well thought out plan and not just something random. He had to know where Charlie was going to be, and he had to know where his line of sight shot would be and an escape route. Think about those things. Especially a campus full of people and nobody basically kind of saw him and tried to chase him down or anything.
A campus full of people, one guy saying that he did it just to get arrested, which apparently that dude is just a crazy dude. And then there was another dude that they stopped, which everybody thought it was him. And like, I'm not going to say the name of the person that they think it is now, but Twitter and 4chan has apparently found somebody, but that's what I was looking for in that press conference. I was looking for someone to ask the question, is it this person? And them to go, no, or that is a person of interest. But them just walking out and saying, hey, here's a video of the guy jumping down and running into the woods. See you fucking later. That didn't make any sense, Moose Man.
It doesn't. Like I said, well, they've got pictures. They've got pictures of him coming up the stairs. They've got pictures of him entering the building and coming up the stairs, and from behind that shows the backpack he's got. It's not that big of a backpack, but you don't see any gun or any sign of any gun in him going up to the building or exiting the building. That's what, I mean, that just blows my mind.
The FBI need to look into to figure out how this guy got up there. So if you were the shooter and you were here, Charlie Kirk is here, and when you're done, you're going to escape. Where would you go? So possibly he had a car here waiting for him, or maybe he kind of runs down this road and runs into the back neighborhood, which would be really foolish because you'd want.
But apparently that's what he did, because that's exactly the path right through there that he took.
But like this guy says, that's kind of foolish.
Yeah.
There as quickly as possible. So my money says he had a car waiting here. Gets in the car and maybe goes this way.
And that's where that stops, because that's where this guy thinks that he's hopped a ride and he's hopped on to the, I think, let me double check. Yeah, that's the end of that video, because that guy, he had it right up until the interstate thing. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Rome says, check the blue oyster. Well,
here's an interesting statistic for all you pro-gun people when the anti-gunners keep telling us they want to take our guns. But here's an interesting statistic for you. If you do the math on the number of guns in the United States versus the number of guns that are used to commit deaths and homicides. Now, there's about 30,000 of them. 5% of those deaths are by suicide. 15% are by law enforcement, 17% are through criminal activity, and 3% are accidental discharge deaths. So if you do the math, what that breaks down to, and this is a wild number, the number of guns used to commit death, suicides, all that stuff is 0.000000925%.
Yeah, I know that me and some friends, before I started streaming on YouTube, me and some friends were looking up crime statistics one time on Discord, and they were like, "Okay, well, pull up Mississippi then." I was like, "All right," so I pulled it up, and in Mississippi, the gun deaths are two things. It's basically gang violence, which is like black on black violence, and the other one is white people self-exiting this earth. That was the main cause of the violence. It was gang,
and then
it was self-deletion.
And 25% of all gun crimes in the U.S. happen in just 4 cities: Chicago, Baltimore, Detroit, and Washington, D.C. That's 25% across the entire nation.
How fucking dare you?
What? Tell the truth?
You think just because there's violence in Mississippi that it's all black on black because you went to a fucking clickbait website to fucking have your head filled with fucking bullshit? But oh, it's just black on black crime there. You went there for your fucking information and you had the nerve to get on YouTube to say that? You know what I have to say to that bullshit? You're absolutely right. That is the fucking problem that is going on there in Mississippi. Yeah, it is fucking blacks killing blacks. It is. It's sad. It's sad. I've seen it firsthand. The fucking where I'm from, northwest Mississippi. Let me get on camera for this. Northwest Mississippi, where I'm from. Yes, it's fucking disgusting to see how many fucking niggas on niggas crime. I'm sick of it. I'm fucking sick of it. But you know who doesn't want to talk about that shit? Democrats.
Yep.
They don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about black on black violence. No. It's only when white hurts black. That's when it's national headlines. That's when it's a problem. Oh, it's bullshit. Shut up. Talk about the fucking niggers killing niggers. Y'all don't want to talk about it. No, they don't. But I'm sorry. I had to explode for a second.
No, that's fine.
Caldy, I hope your channel grows up and blows up bigger than mine.
I hope it does not. I like doing what I'm doing sick. I really like doing what I'm doing, just listening to music and
see, you're having real intellectual and conversation talk tonight. This is gonna be your downfall because this is where you're gonna gain subscribers.
Well, don't worry. I'm gonna mess it up here in just a little bit. With lots of distasteful videos and music. But yeah, this is I don't know. This is absolutely terrible. This is absolutely terrible.
What's funny is the states with the most gun control have the highest crime and death rates. Like California had 1,169 murders. Alabama had one.
See, damn Democrat cities, man. Say anything. Like, I'm not saying okay against what you just said, but it's like these Democrat cities. They're the culprits. They're the ones where all these problems are. And everybody knows it. These so-called leaders, they know it, but they won't do anything about it. They just want to scream, "Oh, MAGA is racist." You're the district leader, AOC. You're the district leader of your fucking where you are, and you're supposed to be the main person who is gonna fucking alleviate this crime. Maxine Waters, you're supposed to be the person that is gonna eliminate this crime. We're gonna make things better, but we gotta take a break. Gavin Newsom, when is the crime gonna stop? But you have a plan. When does that plan kick in?
I think the plan is Trump's.
Gary Como.
I think the plan is Trump's plan, and it's coming to their cities whether they want it or not.
Could be.
Good point.
Like
Good
when
point,
when you have the people of Chicago coming to the Chicago town hall, literally saying Trump is gonna, like a black lady with an obvious weave on, with a MAGA hat on, that is looking at the mayor of Chicago, and they're saying they're coming to get you, and she says the N-word that I will not say because I like my job. But when that is happening, when it's going like that, and that guy's going, hey, you gotta be careful what you say. She said, "Oh, motherfucker, they coming to get you, motherfucker. They're coming to get your ass."
Here's what I don't understand.
It's a
I know
point, and we've tipped. I feel like we have tipped now. I feel like we have tipped.
Buff, I know you're not as old as I am, and I don't know if you can answer this question. But back in the 70s, when I was in school, I'll be 70 the end of this year. I'll be 70 years old. So I've been around a while. In the 70s, though, late 60s, early 70s, our schools were integrated. We loved it where I was from. I was in the deep south, central Florida, and we loved it because we got some of the best football players that were previously only at an all-black school, came to our high school, and we started winning championships. We got along great. I had probably as many black friends and Hispanic friends going to school with me as I did white people. When I got out of high school, and I still made all these other friends and stuff, I used to DJ in black clubs down in Florida. I would walk in, get them dancing by spinning the records. I was one of the early DJs, had my own little show. What happened? That now I can't walk in. I can't walk into a black club without fearing my life. I could go anywhere in Florida in a black club, and you know, we'd cut up. We call each other. They'd call me cracker, and I'd say my nigga. It was just like that. We weren't using it to be a racial slur. We were using it as a friendly greeting back then. And
so, what was your question?
When did this all change? That we thought we had the racism.
Obama.
We thought we had the racism beat, but
no,
I think it was kind of before that, though. I think it was more when the gangster rap got kind of started.
No,
because then
no,
it was
no,
like,
no, 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 no.
I think
Obama.
it was Obama. Okay.
No, I know it. I know it's Obama. I watched it happen. I saw all this fucking bullshit. This fucking, we got our first black president. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We got the Obama phone, baby. Yeah, yeah. All that fucking nigga shit just came out full fucking force. And I was embarrassed to have the color of my skin as that motherfucker was inaugurated. I really was. And it's just like, oh, here we go. And Obama really did revitalize, revolutionize, reawaken racism. Because the niggas were right behind him. And it's like, oh, yeah, we got our black. Now, the funny thing is, here's the funny thing. As we are going on today, as these idiots scream about, oh, people of color can't get a chance. They can't get anywhere because of systemic racism and all this other. Bitch, Obama, you had a half black president for 8 years. You can shut up with that racism bullshit. You can shut right the fuck up with that shit. But who feeds it? Who feeds it? Social media. Who else? Mainstream media. Who else? The fucking stupid ass motherfuckers that you gotta deal with every day that are uneducated. It's a sad fucking time we live in. I blame social media for all of this shit. But I don't personally, I don't want to hear one goddamn thing about racism when it comes to black people can't get ahead in this world as they're trying to push. They keep pushing it now. I don't want to hear that shit no more when we had a black, half black president for 8 fucking years. Fuck off.
Well, I'm glad to hear you say that.
That's how I feel. That's my stance. I can't stand this shit.
And Mooseman, he's correct. It was about 2007 when race started coming back into politics, where before it was like you would hear it every now and then. But I remember in the clubs in Nashville, like when Obama was the one that was beating out Hillary, and people were saying like, and I would hear somebody saying like, yeah, I'm thinking about voting for this. What are you, a racist? Like, what the fuck? What? We're voting for the president of the country. We're not voting for like the feel good. Oh, go ahead, Zach. Go ahead, my friend. Go ahead.
Well, I blame Obama for passing the Smith-Mundt Modernization Act.
I don't even know what that is. Smith-Mundt Modernization Act. Send me it. Either tell me or send me a link. Your choice. Dealer's choice. Dealer's choice, Zach.
God damn it! You said dealer. I gotta go play a card game.
It wasn't Rodney King, Rome. It wasn't Rodney King. It wasn't Rodney.
No.
King. It wasn't Rodney King. It wasn't Rodney King.
Controversial statement. Rodney King got what he deserved.
And see,
I will say,
he was Rodney.
That motherfucker was hopped up But yeah, I don't know.
Rodney King was high on crack cocaine.
And PCP, wasn't it? Wasn't it PCP too?
From what I know about it, everything I've seen, everything I've researched, he was high on crack cocaine. Yes, he was defiant. He was argumentative. But at the same time, yes, those cops did go too fucking far. Those cops should have been charged. They should have been persecuted.
The
Rodney
hardest
King should
part
have
being a
been.
police officer is controlling your adrenaline in a situation like that. That's the hardest part about being a police officer. Controlling your
Look,
adrenaline.
at that time, we didn't. At that time, we didn't have tasers. They weren't available. Well, they didn't exist. But for the 4 cops that showed up, maybe we could have contained him, but maybe not. Also, it took me and one officer. Shit, we were fighting a meth head, and it was like 6 cops later. We finally got that son of a bitch in handcuffs. And you just don't know how these motherfuckers are, especially when they're on drugs. It's. But what happened to Rodney King? They did do too much. Those cops, they did too. They did too much. Yeah, even him being on drugs, they did too much. But
Sometimes I think about the sheriff in Blazing Saddles and Mungo. Candy from Mungo. Candy from Mungo.
You're gonna punch out an ox.
The sheriff is a. Yeah, perfect beat time. Whoever had the beat.
Candygram from Mongo.
Candygram from Mongo.
That went robot on us.
Yeah, it's like. Oh yeah. Some of the businesses in LA had signs that said "Black owned" after the Rodney King pinata party. That's true. It's very true.
Well,
that's an accurate description of that beating. Also, yeah, that was all of that was nonsense. All of that was fucking nonsense. The beating was nonsense, and the reaction was nonsense. Complete. It's kind of like looking at World War I. World War I, if you really look at it, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Why did we fight that war? It makes no fucking sense. But people are people.
Anyway, we've still got a lot of questions that we don't have answers to. The one thing I will say about Charlie Kirk is they may have killed the messenger, but they ignited a firestorm over the message now. And I think there will be more Charlie Kirks coming out of the woodwork to take up the torch and run with it now. And it's just going to be interesting times to sit and watch and see. Hi, Brady. Good to see you. My heart and prayers go out to the family, to the wife who lost a husband, and to the two little
Man.
children who lost a father, and to the parents who lost a son. And there's no sense for this. This was a senseless political killing, and this is where I say we should bring back hanging in the public square. And when they catch this son of a bitch, they need to walk him right out of the trial, right out to the gallows in the public, and hang him to show we're not going to take this anymore. Don't keep them in jail, costing us 30, 40, 50,000 a year in jail. Hang the son of a bitch.
Yeah.
For firing squad, I'll supply the ammo.
Holy shit. Rome is mad tonight. Rome is in rare mad mode. Why hasn't Obama... Hold up. Listen to this.
I'm gonna piss Rome up earlier.
Hey, listen to this, Buff. Why hasn't Obama come out and said the guy on the train could be his son?
Oh,
the girl married. Girl
Burned.
got murdered. That's a good one, Rome. Holy shit. That remind me to never piss you off, Rome.
I swear to God. I wish I had been in that right place at that right time. I hate fucking that situation. I happen to be one time in my life I've been in the right place at the right time and fucking stop something from happening. That poor girl on that train, dear God. And it's just horrifying of the video to watch these other ignorants. They're just like, oh, not my problem. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Where's humanity? Where is it?
Yeah, that poor girl died alone while people were walking past her. That was That one was just as upsetting as watching the Charlie Kirk one, but it was like even more senseless because that woman had never said nothing to anyone. Like, good God.
She was beautiful.
Yeah.
Why kill a beautiful woman? Why kill a beautiful woman?
Because she's sitting in front of you, Moose Man. That's why she's sitting in front of you, and that's why you got to stab her 3 times and then walk off and say that I got that white girl. That makes no fucking sense. The dude was crazy.
See, now that's
the dude was crazy.
Racism. That's a racial attack.
Well,
I don't think they're.
Hold on. Howdy, Mr. Gorilla Biscuits. Welcome to the stage, my friend. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing good. How are you? Can you hear me all right?
We can hear you fine and dandy. Go ahead. Have you got some thoughts?
No, I just got here, so I'm
all right.
Hang back for a minute and listen to y'all.
All right. I forgot what I was saying. That was completely senseless. That obviously it's a crazy person, but like I'm sorry, crazy like that kind of crazy belongs like in a nice little padded place with some nice little daisies that they can pick and some nice little meds that will keep nice and calm. Like you don't, yeah. Like I know schizophrenia. Like they're trying to blame it on schizophrenia. I know schizophrenic people. They're fine as long as they're on their meds. That guy was not on. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, I'm.
We're never gonna get answers. We're never gonna get those damn answers. Why did you do that? I swear to God, man. I hate this shit.
The Charlie Kirk one's completely different because that one is obviously thought out, very well planned. If they have stumped every, and every time I start talking about it, I keep hearing that guy Moose Man from the thing saying, "Hey, put your phone down. You don't want to look at social media." Like, well, what the fuck is going on with social media that I don't want to look at? Like, what's going on there?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. I just see my
I'm just talking
picture is frozen. No, I just see my picture is frozen. So I didn't know if it affected the audio or not. I didn't know.
Yeah, you.
But yeah. Please continue, sir.
Oh, that was it. Senseless.
Oh.
Senseless, dumb dude should have been locked up. That girl should still be working at the pizzeria. Charlie Kirk should still be going out debating with idiot fucking college people that was really hurting nothing other than turning people away.
Feelings.
Because that guy was such a fucking nice guy that he could have a conversation with you and make you see the errors of your way.
Yes.
And
they only hurt their damn feelings.
I really hope that people like Alex Stein, Wilson, both the Wilsons. I hope both the Wilsons, the Steins, all of the people that we hear about that go out and do this crazy shit, I hope they up their security. That's crazy.
Did they even know why the black guy stabbed her on the train? I mean, the only motive they've got is he's
schizophrenic, and that's it. That's their
wife.
He's nope. Gorillabus is asking like, what was their reason for him doing it? Their like the narrative is that he was schizophrenic, so we have to cut him some slack because he didn't know what he was doing. And I'm like, I'm fucking sorry. If someone, like in the state that I live in, if someone murders somebody here, it doesn't fucking matter. You're going to jail or you're going to the insane asylum. You're going to one of two places. You're going to either fucking prison or you're going to the, what do they call it? The mentally unfit or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, did you watch the Charlie Kirk video?
Which one?
Actually, the bad. Did you watch the bad?
Hold on a second. Let me. Now what? Say it again.
Did you watch the Charlie Kirk video, the bad one? The one where he actually gets hit. You know what I'm saying? Are you there? You're locked up. I think you locked up.
Neck one. Lock up. I'm back.
Yeah, you're back now. Say it again.
Right. You talking about the neck one?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
See, I purposely avoided it. I hurt really, really bad.
Don't. If you haven't, don't. There's no need to. Like, I don't know. That depends. Like, if you think you can handle it, watch it because it's. Oh my God. Yeah. I wish I hadn't seen it.
Well, a friend of mine watched it, and then she said it was really, really bad, and I shouldn't watch it. And then so I don't know what to think about all this stuff, man. Like I have a different take on it than a lot of people. Everybody else is getting real angry about it, and I don't know, man. Like I don't go out in public a lot.
Yeah.
My mother is a liberal Democrat, watches MSNBC, and was real into Rachel Maddow, you know. And then at one point, Rachel was gonna do like a speaking engagement talk, and then my mom really, really wanted to go. Rachel Maddow's like her favorite person, but she didn't go because of this exact reason, because she got afraid something like this could happen. And I don't know. I mean, we both have been like that for 5 years now. No, at least since the thing that happened in 2020. And then, so I don't know, man. I'm pretty cynical, to tell you the truth. Yeah, I kind of think if you're, and I don't get me wrong. I'm not saying people deserve this. I don't think it should be that way. But no, I think if you're going to talk about politics in public, stand up. I mean, this is the risk we take. I don't know. I hate saying that because it sounds like I'm saying somehow that it had it coming. It doesn't have it coming. I'm not saying that at all.
Hold up, Grilly. You are your audio is fading as you're talking.
Is it? Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Just letting you know, man.
I think the main thing I want to say though is I think it's sad that the world has turned into this. That this is what I wasn't surprised by it at all. You know what I'm saying? When they did the same thing last summer to Trump, I wasn't surprised by it either. And then that's also what's scary to me about this. Everyone's very upset about this, but I bet by next week, no one cares. The thing with Trump was very profound to me when it happened. It was very moving. I don't like Donald Trump and never have. And I respected him from that day on. And I still disagree with him on a lot of stuff. But, I saw him as my president that day. And then nobody even cares about that anymore. You know what I'm saying? And it's one of the most important days in American history, and people don't give a shit at all. And I'm afraid.
Oh, some of us do. Some of us care.
So, I think Charlie Kirk was important. I think he was a really, really good person. I think he was getting better as a person too. I think we all have a lot to learn from him. But that being said, I don't know, man. I think the world is a sick place and it's getting worse. And I think if everyone was smart, you would kind of get defensive. You know what I mean? Because I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. That's what I think.
Yeah, I'll be right back, and then I have a point to make about that.
All right.
Anyway, you guys go ahead.
The thing about it, Gorilla, is they shot the messenger. They can't kill the message for one thing, and now they'll be, since he was martyred, and he has such a following with his Turning Point organization, there'll be others will pick up the torch and carry it now. And I think it changed a lot of people's way they look at things, especially a lot of those students when they realize that, hey, this guy was here and willing to dialogue with us. And that's what he was about, explaining what America was, what the Constitution was, what our freedoms were. And then you get some nut job like this on the left that takes him out. That tends to change public opinion pretty quick. And some of these kids aren't stupid. And I think we'll see, like I said, you can kill the messenger, but you can't kill the message.
Yeah, well, I think you're right about that. I don't know, man. I think it would be good if people took something good out of this and made something good from it. But unfortunately, I don't see that happening. I think what's going to happen is what I've heard so far, especially from people I would consider on my side of things, is we're going to war. This has crossed the line. We're stepping it up now. This is really this and that. And listen,
that's not what Charlie would want.
Yeah,
That's not
I
what
don't.
Charlie would want.
But and then not only that, but I also think it's not going to help anything. I don't think it's.
No,
I think if everybody
no.
starts, I don't know, man. Like there's the way it ought to be, and there's the way it is, and I'm more worried about the way it is than the way it ought to be. And
Well,
I just
you know, a lot.
I don't have very much faith that people will do the right thing. And then this is kind of what happened yesterday is a good example of what I'm talking about. It would be nice if people saw like some great ideal out of these things, but they don't. I think that they jump to the worst conclusions and kind of act terrible to each other. And I'm not. I don't think anybody on the right has done that, but I know I've seen tons of people on the left. Tons of people on the left. They're just openly celebrating this, and I know that's been a talking point about the whole thing. But that's what I mean. Like I'm a pretty cynical person. Don't even agree with a lot of what Charlie Kirk says. Don't agree with a lot of but like it. I don't know, man. I would never celebrate somebody's demise.
All
You know
right,
what
all
I'm
right.
saying? That
Yeah,
just seems
yeah, I do, but Gorilla Biscuits, follow me on this. Like me and you watch a lot of the same stuff. Me and you are in the same chats. Like a lot of the what they call low tier debates, and then the Wilson upper tier debate, right?
yeah.
Do you agree with Wilson on a lot of his stuff?
A lot of it, but it's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk was that's fucking weird saying he was a moderate compared to Wilson, right? And would you agree that like Wilson is a rising star? Like no doubt about it, that motherfucker is rising, right?
Yeah, there's no, absolutely.
Okay. Charlie, like, and all of these clips, you can find them. I'm not going to dig them up right now, but there were things where people would come up to at Turning Point USA and say like, "Hey, we don't like gays in the conservative movement," and he was like, I'm going to paraphrase, but he's basically like, fuck you, brother. They're here and they're in the movement. They're fine in the movement. He was very much a moderate on this stuff. Like the only thing that, and in fact, I think Wilson wanted to debate him, but it never fleshed out or whatever. But here's what I'm getting at. They just killed the moderate motherfucker. They just killed the moderate motherfucker. And now Wilson is going to come up. And I'm not saying Wilson's going to take his place. I'm not saying that at all. But all I'm saying is like people like that. And I'm not saying Wilson's a bad guy. All of this. I like a lot of Andrew's stances on stuff. But it's the people that are coming up are not fucking moderate, like to this degree, to where Charlie Kirk was. They're not at all. They're much like, get the fuck out of here. We don't want you here. That kind of mentality, right?
Yeah.
Well,
what I see is this. People were angry when Charlie Kirk got killed, and you're going to hear people spew out a lot of shit out of their mouths instantly from emotion. It's human nature. But the right is not going to do what the left is doing. The true right people are not going to be the violent people. They will defend themselves if attacked, but they're not going to be the attackers and the aggressors like we're seeing on the left with these nut jobs, you know, taking out and attempting assassinations and killing other people and shooting up schools and everything else. You're not going to see that from the true right conservative movement. We're not about that. At the same time, though, people are taking notice of what happened, and it's actually gotten a lot more how can I say, views onto Turning Point mission and people involved in it, and some of these people that were on MSNBC that were kind of celebrating and saying stuff like that, they got fired. They got fired immediately from the public outcry.
That was one guy. That was one guy. One guy got fired.
There's been others. No, there's been others. There's been others. There's others that people that are getting fired that were caught celebrating. Okay? And I will say this to any of you son of a bitches out there celebrating the death of another human being just because you don't like his political views, when he didn't threaten you, he didn't threaten your family, and you know nothing about him other than what you see, and you don't have the balls to go up and debate him, any of you people out there celebrating, you're subhuman, you're mental, and you don't deserve to live in America. You should pack your shit and move to China or move to Russia or somewhere else, because celebrating an assassination of a father, a husband who did no wrong, who didn't call for violence, who didn't burn people in the street, who didn't set buildings on fire, who just wanted you to debate and understand what the Constitution and what this great country is all about. And I still cannot understand any of you Democrats out there listening, why you don't want to make America great. Because this is our home. This is our country. I'm not a Republican. I was a Democrat until they tried to get me to join the KKK in Florida, because the KKK was all run by Democrats. And I said, no, that's not me. I was raised colorblind. I have white friends. I'm not going to be no KKK member. That's crazy. I left the Democrat Party, and I'm glad I did. I don't support abortion. That's genocide of the black race, as far as I'm concerned, and genocide of a lot of other people. So, but my point is, Democrats, you've gone to the ungodly side. President Kennedy was shot and killed on one of my birthdays, November 22nd. It ruined me from having birthdays the rest of my life, because I was supposed to have a birthday party in school, and they let school out early because Kennedy was killed on my birthday. I've never celebrated a birthday since. The Democrat Party changed after that and went downhill to the gutter. And you people, you want to subvert, you want to support demonic, perverted crap. I got nothing for you. I'm just waiting for the day, and I'm a firm Christian believer that Jesus is going to come back. And when he's going to wipe the evil off the face of the earth, and you're going to have to stand before Jesus, if you survive it, to be judged on your actions. And you've gotten away from God, you've taken God out of the schools, you support all this abortion and transgender movement and all that out. I mean, people can do what they want to do in a free society, but don't try to push it on other people. And don't try to make them better than your hardworking Americans who are out here. I never had no white privilege. I've done everything from pick fruit alongside the black people and the Mexican people when I needed money to digging ditches. I've worked hard all my life. I never got nothing handed to me, except one time I had to go on food stamps because I was starving, and I'd worked and there was no jobs available and I had to eat. And I went on food stamp for 6 months. I got enough food to last me for 3 years because I was smart about it. That's the only government handout I ever got, but I paid plenty of taxes in to be able to get that. So I'm not ashamed of it at all. It happened. But I pulled myself up. I found a job eventually. I got back on my feet. Here I am now. I'm 69 years old and retired. But I've seen America's going downhill from when I went to school. If they decided that crap that they're teaching kids nowadays, when I went to school, they'd have run them teachers out on a rail and they'd have probably tarred and feathered them. So, but this is our home. This is America. If you don't love it, leave it. Get the hell out. Right, Caldy?
Kinda.
Randall.
I'm not that hard-headed about it. I'm not that hard-headed about it. But I'm very much like if you don't like it here, why are you here? Like
Right.
If you hate it, don't just start tearing up shit. Like people will, like I've seen it all over the place where like people want to leave and go somewhere else. They can make a couple of bucks and go to where they want to go. But that's not what they want to do. They want to cause chaos. But
what gets me is I've seen the media turn into a propaganda outlet for the Democrats, and they're brainwashing people with propaganda. They twist the stories.
Yeah.
Like when they twisted a story, what was it about Hillary Clinton's great uncle was a horse thief, and the media turned it around and he was hung by the neck when they captured him. Well, they turned it around that he was into livestock and stuff, and he died accidentally when he fell and got tangled up in a rope. You know, you can change the story to make it anything you want, and that's what this media does.
Yeah, like that I'm not worried about that. Like most people are making fun of the media right now. Like literally most people are making fun of the media. Like my 80-year-old father. Like when I told him he called me and he goes, "What's been going on?" I went, "They shot Charlie Kirk." And he goes, No, I like that young man. And then we talked about it for a little bit, and it was my dad is a Southern Baptist preacher, and he is a real one, as they would say. Like he lives the life. He will not go to bars or anything like that because he doesn't want to be seen going into a bar, coming out of a bar, because that's how people catch people, shit like that, stuff like that. He's very.
But that's where the sinners are.
Well, that's where the sinners are, yeah. But also, like, think about this, Moose Man. If I said tomorrow, or if I said right now, I am a preacher, ladies and gentlemen, I am now a preacher of the faith, and then I do this right here.
Yeah.
That's gone.
Jesus turned water into wine, and he said,
Mooseman, you're missing it. You're missing it.
No, people, I know what you're saying, but I'm saying we can do things in moderation.
Yes.
But people will judge you by what you do that they have
and where you've been and stuff like that. Yes.
Right.
Now, if my dad is leading people out of the bar, and they're all behind him, playing banjos and stuff on the way out, and singing the God's word, that's a different story. But that's not how that happens. But
Jesus preached to everybody. Jesus preached to everybody, and he didn't have a church, and there wasn't none of this. But I call it segregation of a sort. It's a segregation. And I've been to Baptist churches, and they won't go dancing because they don't want people to think they're making love standing up and all this bull crap. I've been to Southern Baptist church. I've been to all kinds of churches, seeing what everybody's religious take was. And most of them do not know the Bible. I've read the Bible through 3 times. I've actually met the Spirit of Jesus in the wilderness and saved me in Alaska. I learned up in Alaska. A pocket full of money doesn't do you any good in a survival situation because it's not worth the shit as toilet paper, and it doesn't build a very big fire. I've learned a lot of lessons in life. But to somebody like Gorilla Biscuits, who's just telling us about his mom, she's one that's watching this CNN or whatever, MSNBC, and she's getting the brainwashing, the propaganda, the same thing that Goebbels did during the Hitler regime, during World War II for the Nazis. It's all done with propaganda.
Yeah. But at the same time, like, who can say who is washing whose brain right now when everybody has got some? I guarantee you, if the four of us on panel right now said our favorite TV show, the other people would not know the show that we're fucking talking about. We don't watch the same 3 channels like we used to or anything like that. Everything is discombobulated, it's dislocated, and things like that. That's why I was trying to. In fact, I'll bring it back to this. Gorilla Biscuits, are you there, my friend?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, like let's explore this for a second, because like me and you agree, like the Wilsons are on the rise. So that, like, when they've killed off the moderates, they've now introduced, like, you've got people that are going to go like Mooseman was saying, some people are going to go to Turning Points, some people are going to go to Daily Wire. Daily Wire is pretty much gone now. It's pretty much gone. Other than Michael Knowles and Matt Wall, it's gone. Like, no one believes what they're saying half the time, and their ad reads are so fucking horrific that you just have this, oh my fucking god, like when you're listening to it. That's why I'm saying, like, they killed off the moderates, and now the person that people are going to be listening to, and I'm not saying this in a derogatory way, please don't let this be clipped into a derogatory way, but what I'm saying is, you had Charlie Kirk where he's like, hey, you can be gay and you can come into the conservative movement. You can be this and you can come into the conservative movement, and we're going to love you, man. We're going to love you. We're going to love you. We're going to, hey, you come in, if you have our ideals, we're going to love you. And you've got someone like Wilson that says, no, there is a definite fucking cutoff. I hope it's going to be better. I really think that good things do come out of bad things, but that usually doesn't happen immediately. That usually happens way the fuck down the road. So that's kind of my question to you, Gorilla Biscuits, if that was even a question. Like,
well, I mean, I understand what you're saying. I think you're right. I think what's happened is, because he was in the middle, now people more extreme than him will kind of fill his place, and then what will happen is it will stoke the flames of the conversation even higher. But honestly, I mean, that's kind of the way I've heard people talking in the last 24 hours. That's the way they want it to be. They want it to be more divisive. They want it to be, now we know where we stand with each other. I don't think that's necessarily good, but I don't know, man. This whole thing is coming to a head, and then so maybe it does need to be that way. Maybe we do need to be more clear about where we stand with one another, and give each other more definite boundaries, because this wishy-washy stuff.
But the same thing happened in 1963. The same thing happened when
when MLK got shot, the same thing happened. And I think all the stuff in the middle of the road is probably the better way to go, because it'll keep us more safe. But I mean, I don't know, man. Like, this thing is moving in a certain direction, and has been for a little while.
We do not want civil war. We do not want civil war.
None of us do. None of us do.
That's a good thing either. But this is what I'm saying.
But you've got politicians.
Certain direction.
You've got politicians talking that direction. You've got politicians that are talking.
Yeah. Hold up, Mooseman. Go ahead. Go ahead, Gorilla Business.
I just think if we're moving in a certain direction, we either need to completely stop it and reverse it, or just go on and get there. And I don't want anybody to get hurt. But I don't really know what to say about it, man. I'm pretty cynical about the whole thing. I kind of think we're all spinning out of control, and this kind of stuff is inevitable. So I just kind of feel like we either need to shit or get off the pot. Really, what it comes down to. I don't want anyone to get hurt, but like, I don't know, man. I mean, this is crazy. This is just crazy, and I guess I can't come to a solid take on it one way or the other, other than let's get it over with. You know what I mean? So I guess that's
over with. My question is, get what over with?
Whatever it is. Whatever it is.
It's not going to be over under this system until God returns, until Jesus comes back and cleanses the earth with prophesied.
So be it. I'm ready.
I'm a true believer.
I mean,
I am too.
So you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like it's I don't know. I can't get my mind straight on it to come up with a good solid answer one way or the other. I do like Andrew though. I do like Andrew.
I do too. Very much so.
I'm afraid for Andrew and Jim Bob and anyone else that's, you know, I mean, hell, it happened to Charlie Kirk when these guys were more extreme than him. And I don't know. I'm not going in November now. I know that. I was already nervous about that kind of stuff anyways, but then after yesterday, there's no way.
Dude, no. Hey, hold on. Let me ease your fears on that one. That's going to be at the Holiday Inn in Nashville. Let me ease your fears. That one is fine. Go to it, Gorilla Biscuits. Go to that one. Go have fun.
Not let them win.
Well,
do not let the bastards win by scaring you. We cannot let them win by scaring them.
I'm already scared. That's what it comes down to. I mean, all this did was just reinforce what I already thought. That's kind of my point.
What are you scared of? What are you scared of? Are you scared of dying? Dying ain't nothing.
I'll tell you what I'm scared of. I'm scared because my mother is 79 years old and she is blind. And there is no one left in the world to take care of her. And then I am it. And then so, like, I don't have any kids, but this is the next thing I've got. And my duty is to her. And then so I'm not trying to make it sound into some noble thing. But no,
there's no shame in that. There's no shame in that at all, sir. There's no shame in that at all.
No.
It happens.
My mom was 92 when she passed. She was living by herself. I live in Oklahoma. She lived in Florida. My mom was 92. She wouldn't let me come visit because I wasn't vaccinated. When I told her, look, I'm immune to it and I can't take the vaccine, she wouldn't let me come visit. I told her she'd never see me again. She didn't get to see me again because the second vaccine killed her. So that's what I've been up against. But I got no kids, but death is just another part of life. We all have to go through it. So I'm not scared of anything anymore. I know I'm facing it. I'm 69 years old. Like I said, how many more years do I got? I don't know. I've beat cancer now for 4 years. I'm fighting diabetes. I'm having issues with gout, but I'm still getting up every morning looking forward to every day that I can live on this earth. But I don't leave the house without my gun, and I refuse to be a victim.
Well, God bless you, Mooseman. I think you're a better man than I am, but I'm I don't know, man. Like I just I don't want to cause anyone any trouble, and I don't want to be a part of the trouble.
I understand you 100%, Gorilla Biscuits.
I'm just trying to hunker down and weather the storm. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to get. So
when my mom was sick, I had my old drummer in my band was a photographer for Keith Urban. So he called me one day and he goes, "Caldy," I said, "What's up? What's up, man?" He goes, "We're going to be in Memphis or right outside of Memphis." I was like, South Haven. I was like, "Hell yeah, I'm there." I was like, he goes, "Yeah, I'm going to send you 2 tickets. You guys have, full reign. Cool." So I was like, the only person I thought that needed it was my dad. I was like, yeah, I've got to get you. Like, me and him both had been doing like, I was sitting with mom during the day, and then at night he was having to do it. So me and him went up there, and it was absolutely terrible. It was a terrible concert. It was absolutely fucking terrible. And we left like 3 hours after getting there, but it was worth the story. But yeah, I understand, man. I understand that. That's there's no shame in that. No shame in that. Are you going to see Wet Leg then?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I was thinking about it, but I don't know, dude. I guess I am kind of a coward, but like I've had weird experiences in my life. When I was 16, I drove down with a bunch of friends to go see Pearl Jam in Austin, and the Ramones opened for them. And then like it was that year that Pearl Jam got into it with Ticketmaster. Do you remember that? Like,
oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
They canceled their whole tour, and then we had tickets to that original tour. When they did that, they ended up making up like 5 of the shows, and Austin was one of them. And then so when they did that, it was at a completely different venue. And then the venue was just a pasture on the outside of Austin that they set up a stage in and then put a chain link fence around the whole pasture. And then so anyways, when you went into the concert, they just opened the gate, and then you just ran down this hill, and whoever could get as close to the stage, that's where you were. Yeah. Okay, well, it was fine for like the first 2 or 3 hours when it was just like, 4,000 or 5,000 people. But when it got to be like
people start pushing up against you,
yeah, everybody starts crushing. And then like when the bands come on, then it gets even worse because everybody rushes towards the front.
Yep.
Well, like I'm in the first like 100 feet of people, from the stage when that happens, and I felt like I was gonna die. Like it was one of the worst fears. You're completely surrounded. You can't move at all. You can't go backwards or forwards. You can't hardly walk. You can feel the people breathing next to you. It's that tight. And so I did everything I could to fight my way out of it, got to the side, and then never went back into it. And then so like I'm nervous about crowds, man. I don't like crowds. I don't like lots of people like that.
Hold on. Let me tell you how to kill that fear of crowds and still go into a concert. Here's what you do, and this is foolproof. This is what I do. You walk into the concert, you let everybody else rush and do their thing, and then you walk right to where the soundboard is, and you stand where the soundboard guy is. Right there, you at least have a place to jump up into a little crevice if it gets crazy, because you've got the sound guy is usually raised up a little bit. Stand beside that little area, beside that little square where the sound people are. Number one, the sound is better because that's where the sound guy is hearing it at. Sound is usually fucking magnifique at that location. Plus, I had to do this only one time, you can just step up into that little barrier right there, and then you're good. You're
right
good.
On.
Yeah.
Well,
Never, unless you're some kind of weird freak. This guy, I've done it so many fucking times. Don't get pressed up against the front gate because that gate hurts and you are stuck there, and the only way to get out is dragged out and into an ambulance. So don't do it. Stand at the thing.
Well, I don't know. Like I want to go real bad. That seems like a really good show to go to, and I've been listening to that band nonstop. But like,
is it where's it at? Is it at a club or is it at a amphitheater?
It's at a club. I don't know. Like it looks like a really big bar. Is what it looks like. It looks like a bar with like a theater-sized stage on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was about to say it's probably like theater size for Wet Leg.
I mean, when I looked at pictures, it looked like maybe 3, 4, 5,000 people could be in there, maybe something like that.
Yeah. That's the theater amphitheater set size. Yeah.
I'm gonna Google it real quick, and because it'll tell the venue. I forget what it's called.
I'm gonna let Miss Velcro out real quick, and I'll be right back. And then dude, don't let the commies take your fun from you like that. From me, like I understand it, but like on that one's probably like the wet leg one is probably a very, very safe one to go to. Anyway, I'll be right back.
All right. So Zach, how are you? How have you been? Yeah, Roddy, I looked it up. It's at this place in Oklahoma City, and it's called the Criterion. And you can Google it. It looks pretty nice, you know. And then it's got basically open seating where you just stand, in front of the stage. And then there's like a balcony where you can sit at tables. And then I think there's a giant bar at the back of the place. And then so that's part of the reason I thought I would go is I'll probably end up going by myself. It would be awkward, but if I'm standing there in a crowd full of people, it won't be as bad. And then plus it'll be a rock concert, so nobody will be paying attention to me anyways. But yeah, I don't know. I'm getting around big crowds makes me nervous. And then like I'm already that way anyways. And then I had that experience 30 years ago at the concert. Part of the reason it was that way too, Caldy, was because the Ramones opened for them. Originally, it was going to be Bad Brains, but when they changed it, they had to get a new band, and then it was the Ramones. And then it was the original lineup of the Ramones. It wasn't like a weird butchered lineup or anything. So I mean, it's really them. You know, they played like 20 songs in about half an hour. Every song is super, super fast, and then they machine gun through the whole thing, you know. And then, but that's part of the reason it got so crazy right at the beginning is because people were like kind of insane about the Ramones. And I didn't realize who they were at the time. I'd even heard the Ramones and was aware of them, but I didn't realize they were like the Ramones. You know what I'm saying? And then so, I heard tons of people in the crowd say it that day, and then me and my friend Charles were laughing about it. But now when I look back on it, I understand why. But they were saying they were just there to see the Ramones. They didn't even care to see Pearl Jam. So, and then we were blown away by that. We didn't understand it. But I don't know. I've had other experiences like that, seen stuff on TV. I've watched this channel on YouTube for a long time called Fascinating Horror. And then,
that one will fuck you up.
Yeah, and he does
which concert was it about?
Yeah, well, I mean, he does all the little stories about people dying in weird ways. So the guy dying in the cave, or like a gas truck exploding on the coast of Spain. But what always keeps happening is people dying in crushes, and it'll be like a story from 100 years ago where like people all gather to see some famous guy at a church in the South, and then like 100 people stampede the door and get crushed to death. Or there's a concert in Cincinnati in like the early 80s, and then the doors all get locked, and then somehow the crowd stampedes and everybody gets crushed. I'm real paranoid about that kind of stuff, man. And then so I don't know, like I don't know if I'll go or not. I usually say I'm going to go until like about a week before it gets here, and then I back out. So we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, I got you on that. But yeah, I would not let that stuff. Holy shit. I hate I'm even saying this out loud even right now. Like, I would be more worried about the debate con, and nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen at debate con. Like, even like while I'm saying, like, I would be more worried about debate con because there's literal discourse going on there versus you going to see Wet Leg at an amphitheater where it's probably going to be, you would probably enjoy yourself immensely, man.
Well,
like immensely.
I hope I don't know. Hopefully I'll get the balls up and go do it. What Rome said though is another one, the Great White Gig where the bar caught on fire.
Oh my God. Jesus, Rome, why would you bring that up? We're trying to talk this man into going to see Leg. We're trying to talk him into going to see, not I guarantee you, Wet Leg doesn't have the pyrotechnics inside of a little shack, because that's what happened there. They had pyrotechnics inside of a shack. That's what happened with the Great White thing. Like, there are reasons for disasters, and usually it's not terrorism, it's some kind of fucked up thing. And like that was completely, that band thought they still had to have the pyrotechnics inside the club. You can't have you can't have pyrotechnics inside a barn. You can't do it. You can't do it. The barn's going to catch on fire.
Well, see, that's the other thing that makes me nervous about this kind of stuff too, is like, keep in mind, like, so like obviously 24 years ago today, was 9/11, right? And then so for like 2, 3, 4 years after that, I don't know about everyone else, but we were all paranoid where I was at about terrorist attacks. You got to be careful, look out for this and look out for that. And then, but that eventually kind of faded away. But then now what happens, shortly after 9/11 was Columbine, right? And then that was a huge deal. That was like a 9/11 unto itself. But then now we have the equivalent of Columbine every like 2 or 3 months. So now that's kind of what everybody accepts. But like, I don't know, it starts to layer this paranoia is what happens. So like, you've got terrorism, then you've got school shootings, then you've got like just random shit that happens. Like, so like a bridge collapsing in Minneapolis, or like the Great White thing catching on fire, like, I don't know, man. Like, at a certain point, if it's not the terrorists, if it's not like a guy flaking out and trying to get you, then it's just the idiots in the world. You know what I'm saying? That will get you just from like forgetting to do something, or notify the fire marshal, or unlock the door of the venue like you're supposed to. I don't know, man. There's just so many variables that can go wrong.
Well, look. Okay, talking about fire marshal issues. I play the. In fact, the thing that I have on my channel and on the Quality channel, the us playing December 31st. That was at I can't remember the name of the record store, but we had the fire marshals come in, and they shut it down, and they started kicking people out. And it took like an hour and a half, but the fire marshal did their thing. They were going around on December 31st, on New Year's, and they were checking all the clubs, and they walked in the one that we were playing, and they went, nope, too many people. They started kicking people out. Like, in a normal society, is usually what's going on. Right, you would agree with me, Gorilla Biscuits, right? Like it is, right?
Yeah, no, I think in a normal society.
Right? Okay, all right. So in a normal society where everything is working, there's no, like, we're not in New York City, we're not in Chicago. You're talking about, what is it, Oklahoma City or something like that, where you're going to be seeing this band?
Uh-huh.
You're going to be fine, my friend. You're going to be fine. This is
Wow.
in your head. This is in your head. Go see those sweet, sweet ladies. Go see them.
Famous last words, man.
You're going to be fine. And my friend on was it November the 9th or something like that, I'm going to see Built to Spill open up for Modest Mouse. I'm going to be fine.
Right on.
If anything happens to me, it'll be on the drive up or the drive back. And I'm not even worried about that, because it's just driving.
No, it's funny. I'm going to the Tulsa Gun Show in November, where you've got 11 acres of guns under one roof, guns, ammunition, and all that. And if guns are that dangerous, I'm walking into a death trap. I've been doing it twice a year since I've been in Oklahoma.
11 acres of guns. No bands are playing that.
No bands. No bands.
Jeez.
And there's only been like 3 shootings accidentally in the place. Most of them happened at the front gate.
You guys are screwing it. Hey, and you know who I'm going to be. Mooseman, if you don't know who I'm talking about when I say this, I'm going to be severely disappointed. If there's 11 acres of guns and Black Ark, Arkansas in playing that show, it is not a proper gun show.
They don't have bands playing the gun show because there ain't no room for nothing but guns. It takes you 2 days to walk.
Black Oak, Arkansas should be playing that gun show. Black Oak, Arkansas should be
Well, they could be playing in the building next door, and I'd go see them.
You know who I'm talking about, right? That band?
Yeah. Jim Dandy to the rescue.
Thank you. At least this guy.
Of course I know who Black Oak, Arkansas is. I'm an old redneck.
I did. That's just gonna. He's like, of course I do. You fucking son of a bitch. Of course I know who they are.
Yeah.
Mooseman, I'm in Oklahoma too. Did you know that? I'm in eastern Oklahoma.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, I'm in southeastern Oklahoma.
Gotcha. Well, I'm not far from Fort Smith.
Oh really? Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'm not too far from it either. I'm in Choctaw County, right down just above the Texas line, just north of Paris, Texas.
Right on. Yeah, well, I was born and raised in Sherman, Texas, so that's not far from where you're at now.
Yeah, that's where my eye doctor is in Sherman.
Gotcha. Well,
yeah,
no,
I'm down there. I'm near Hugo and Fort Towson.
Gotcha.
The last Civil War fort. I live here among the Choctaw Indians.
Right on. Well, yeah, I'm not that far from Fort Smith, and I'm in Sequoia County. That's where I'm at. So.
Okay.
Anyway.
Now, Gorilla Biscuits. I want to show you something. You say you're you're kind of freaked out about going to that show. Let me show you something, my friend. What used to happen all the fucking time.
Yeah, I've seen this. You've shown this before. This is Lollapalooza, right?
Oh, you know who this is, too, don't you? That's it.
I can't see who the band is. Who's the band?
Butthole Surfers.
Oh, that's where
I'm trying to get to the part where he. Ladies and gentlemen, the 1990s, when we could do whatever the fuck we wanted to on stage. Pretty sure he pulls up the shotgun here in a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. There's that shotgun. Take a sip of the absolute. Toss the absolute down. Headbutt the bottle. And then shotgun to the fucking crowd.
Why would you even have that on stage? Where you just have your pump action shotgun at the radio?
Have you heard the story about them?
I guess not. What happened that he brought?
Oh my God! Thank you. Thank you for giving me an out to this horrible, horrible conversation we've been having. Not the conversation has been horrible, but the thing, the whole thing. Now I can look up the Butthole Surfers documentary and I can show this.
Well, I was here that night in chat when you.
Gorilla, I'm feeling much better. Had a stomach bug off and on for about a month, but this morning I ate some toast and banana. It made me release the rest of my bug. I'm probably gonna ramp up doing streams and videos again. I'm planning on doing a video showing how I communicate with you guys.
Well, great, man. I'm glad you're feeling better. Yeah, no, I would be interested to see that video too, Zach, because like I'm always curious to know how you're typing and communicating. So I would be curious to see that. That would be a cool video to watch.
All right, what were
I
you
thought
saying?
He had a little cyborg that he grabbed by the nuts and squeezed them to make it talk for him.
Whoa boy! Whoa boy! Whoa boy! Oh, yeah. Squeeze them by the nuts. Yeah. Okay, all right. Maybe a bit too much. I shouldn't do that. No gypsy voice. No gypsy voice right now. All right, what were you saying, Gorilla? Since you were here when I did something at the Butthole Surfers.
Yeah, the other night you showed that documentary because that's where I've seen him bringing that shotgun out on stage. So, but I don't remember why he brought the shotgun. I just remember there.
Oh, that's right. I only showed that. Let me double check to make sure that this isn't something that I've already showed to you people. Was this it?
Rock and rollers, don't forget.
Was this it? The weird history of the band behind Pepper and Who Was in My Room Last Night?
I bet it was, but
I don't think I've played this.
Well, you played you said there were two of them. You said there was a short one and a long one, and then I thought you played the short one.
I may have. What happened the other night is out of nowhere, I checked the Caldy show email, and YouTube was like, "Hey, here's a month free." I was like, "Okay." So I started watching stuff on that. So now stuff is all kind of convoluted of what I've watched and what I haven't watched.
Yeah, no, the same thing happens to me. Like I sit here and smoke, and then it all starts to run together, and then I can only remember bits and pieces of it. And then I end up repeating myself a lot. I'll tell the same stories over and over again because I forget that I've told it already, basically.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a terrible night. So let's go the exact opposite way, literally the exact opposite way from the Charlie Kirk thing, and let's learn about. Yeah, I have a feeling like several people are going to be like, yeah, because I remember Brady said, like, people saying like, why were they named the Butthole Surfers? So yeah, this might be the short one. Let's find out.
Forget to hit.
It doesn't matter. It's a distraction. It's a fucking distraction, people.
Hit the bell notification icon to be notified every time I put out a new video on my channel. Today we're talking about one of the weirdest acts in rock and roll, the Butthole Surfers, and I've had a few people ask me to do this.
Oh yeah, and I wanted to say this when you said why do they have a shotgun on stage, right? You asked me that, Gorilla Biscuits. Why did they have a shotgun on stage, right?
Yeah, I did. Why did he bring a shotgun with him to the stage?
Okay. All right. Why did they have piss wands? Why did they set their cymbals on fire? Why did they have a tuba player show up during one song? Like there is so much of like, I don't know how to answer that question, sir.
Topic, and today we're finally going to tackle it. The Butthole Surfers started out as a drug-fueled post-punk band from Texas. After all, they really had nothing to lose. They were like the Bradley Cooper of rock and roll. What do I mean by this? Well, they both found major success much later on in their career. And their live shows were an assault on the senses. Rumored onstage sexual antics and disturbing images projecting above the stage were all pretty standard. There was also an instance when full frontal nudity happened at an all-ages show. Bassist Jeff Pincus would tell Classic Rock magazine, "I think we inspired other people to be more debauched." In an interview with Kerrang! Online, guitarist Paul Leary talked about how frontman Gibby Haynes went on a bender on stage in Rotterdam in the Netherlands at a show where the Cult had just played. He ended up in a dress and threw chairs at the audience. And ironically, though,
I was curious about that, Nancy. Like, because I know I've shown several things about them, but anyway, let's get
this was really when the band started to take off in Europe. Leary couldn't take all the sound equipment back himself, so he hid it under the bushes overnight. At a February 1986 show in New York, the band used piss wands, which were plastic baseball bats filled with, well, you know, that were waved around.
No, this is the one that showed the other night because I remember that. He hid his instruments. Yeah.
On the crowd. And from the get-go,
I'm going to look for something else. Oh, shit. I think I've already found one. Any Radiohead fans out there?
Absolutely.
All right. Radiohead fans, any of you degenerates in chat, also Radiohead fans? I have been wanting to watch this. I have not watched it yet. There's a great channel, and let me pull this guy's channel up real quick and link it before I do this, because he's got an excellent video on Oasis that I'm planning on watching in a little bit. But this one is about the song Just. Everybody knows the song Just. Can't get the stink on. He's been hanging around. Yeah. So the Just video. Wait, Mooseman, are you talking or are you muted?
I said, Caldy, I don't know. I've never had Radiohead.
Well, you're gonna get it, sir. You're gonna get it. It's a little different from Roadhead, but it's still head.
Yeah, the phone did accidentally.
I have no idea what's going on there. All right. So Radiohead had a video. Oh, you like Karma Police and that's it? Get the Roddy, or not Roddy. I'm so sorry, Roddy. Annie, I would love to educate you on Radiohead, but I can't play a lot of it. Anyway, but let's watch this video. This is about the video Just, which was a fucking phenomenal video.
In August 1995, Radiohead released the single Just from my favorite album of theirs, The Bends. And with it came one of the most iconic and hotly debated music videos
God, I love that song, Gorilla Biscuits. You do it to yourself, you do. And that's why it really hurts.
Of all time. Let me talk you through it. There are two things happening in the video. There's film of the band performing the song, but we're going to ignore the band for now because intercut with shots of their performance is a film storyline. The video opens with a man standing and staring into a bathtub for a few seconds. He then disrobes and gets in. We next see him walking down an empty, tree-lined London street wearing a suit. He crosses the road, enters another street, and then stops.
Holy shit, this literally sounds like the breakdown of the Charlie Kirk thing that we watched earlier. Does it not? Sounds just fucking like it. All right, anyway, back to this. Please entertain me, sir.
Walking between two huge buildings. After two women walk past him, he lies down on the pavement. Another man walks down the street coming the other way. He doesn't see the guy on the floor and trips over him.
Yep.
The second man gets up and says, "Jesus, I'm sorry. I didn't see you there. Are you okay?" The man on the floor replies, "Yes." The second bloke asks, "What happened? Did you fall?" And the man on the floor replies, "No, I'm fine. Please leave me alone." The second guy says, "You've been drinking." But the man on the floor replies, "I haven't been drinking." At this point, the second man gets annoyed and says, "Why are you lying in the middle of the pavement? You could have broken my neck." Presumably, the man on the floor doesn't reply because it then cuts back to the band.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Whoa. How?
Well, oh my gosh. You wasted all that fucking time when you could have been selling me an ad, but you grabbed your neck and oh my gosh.
The second man, a bit calmer now, crouches down and says, "Look, what's wrong? Here, let me help you up." And he reaches for the fallen man's arm. But the man on the floor shouts out aggressively, "No, don't touch me." And the second man pulls away. At this point, two passers-by stop and ask, "What's the matter with him? Has he fallen?" And the second man replies, as if trying to solve a puzzle, "No, he hasn't fallen." And a crowd begins to gather. Someone in the crowd asks, "Is he hurt?" The man on the floor says, "No, please, all of you, leave me alone." Someone else in the crowd says, "He must be mad." The man on the floor replies, "I'm not mad, just leave me alone." The second man is now becoming deeply invested in solving this riddle and asks, "Why are you lying down? Why won't you tell me what's wrong?" And at this point, the man on the floor, as if recognizing that second man's emotional investment, says, "Look, I can't tell you. It wouldn't be right." Someone in the crowd says again, "He must be mad." Someone else shouts out to an American policeman on active patrol in London for some bizarre reason, "Oh, look, officer, officer." And the policeman approaches. The copper crouches down and asks the man on the ground, "Are you all right?" And he responds, "I'm fine. Please, will you just let me lie here?" The copper responds, "I'm afraid I can't let you do that, sir." The policeman reaches out to move him, but the man on the floor once again convulsively screams, "Don't touch me," and the copper backs off. The second man is now getting desperate. Despite having been told by the man on the floor that it would be morally wrong to hear the answer, he nonetheless says, "Just tell me why you're lying here. Tell me." The second man doesn't care that it wouldn't be right. He just wants the answer. The man on the floor gives him a second warning. "You don't want to know. Please believe me." The second man responds, "You don't think there's any point, right? What, that we're all going to die? Is that it? Is that why you're lying here?" The man on the floor responds, "No," almost as if he's saying, "We're not all going to die." The policeman is now also desperate to know, shouting, tell us for Christ's sake." The man on the floor works the crowd. He asks, "You want to know why I'm lying here?" The second man shouts, "Yes." The man on the floor asks again, "You really want to know?" "Yes, I'll tell you." I'll tell you why I'm lying here. But God forgive me and God help us all, because you don't know what you ask of me. The second man is now right on the edge of his metaphorical seat, and he yells, "Tell us!" And the man on the floor turns to look at the sky. The second man rises to his feet and joins the crowd to hear the answer. And here we reach the central moment of the whole video, and the point over which people have argued and debated for now